Hey, how's it going? Today is Saturday, 30th of December. We're taking a look at some of the press releases and everything, what will be happening with the UK. It might be worth taking a look at a number of those. If we were to begin with perhaps British Army's Ajax vehicle rounds out a positive year. Let's try to understand why we're saying positive. Since there's been highlighted positive, perhaps it's worth taking a look at Wikipedia and everything. What's history? Let's delve a little bit deeper and try to understand some of those press releases and everything. What's happening? Let's begin by trying to understand what is General Dynamics Ajax. The Ajax, formerly known as Scout SV Specialized Vehicle, is a group of armored fighting vehicles being developed by General Dynamics UK for the British Army. Okay, so I think there's I don't. Is it UK? General Dynamics. It might be parent company or something. That it might be a similar company within the US, right? That I know of. Something is happening there where they might be looking to develop sashi, perhaps just the bottom part of the vehicle. That's how I understood it. Has suffered serious development and production difficulties. The Ajax is the development of the ICCOD armored fighting vehicles used by Spanish armored forces and Australian armored forces. The vehicles were originally developed by Sturt, Daimler, Bush, Specialized. Oh, okay. That sounds okay. And Santa Barbara Systems in early 1990s. Both companies were purchased by General Dynamics a year ago in early 2000s. Okay. I'll delve a little bit deeper perhaps so there's more to it. In 2010, General Dynamics UK was selected as a winner of further rapid effect systems contracted with the ASCOD common base platforms beating base system CV90 proposal. Okay, so there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of mergers happening. Myself, I'm interested in perhaps worth taking a look at what General Dynamics says and perhaps General Dynamics UK, what these companies are. Uh, Quickly, right? General Dynamics UK is a subsidiary of General Dynamics Corporation, and General Dynamics Corporation is a global aerospace and defense company with a diverse portfolio in products and services. The company is headquartered in Reston, Virginia, USA. That's what I was looking to understand. Okay, once that's been said, let's take a look at this press release. The iCheck program is making positive progress towards the delivery of the new generation of armored fighting vehicles that meet the Army needs. That was published on 23rd of December, so very recently, 7 days ago, right? I have taken a look just to design the brake system, right? It could take professionals with expertise within their fields. It can take 20 people just to design just a brake system. So what I'm saying is a very hard thing to do. Myself, I'm doing my own thing. I would be reading all this information either way. Since I would be reading it, might as well perhaps share some of that information with others. How hard it can be to structure some of those projects and or do some of those projects, right? That's why it's perhaps just a handful of companies that can do it. Myself, I'm just trying to understand it. There's nothing more to it other than trying to share perhaps some of the information I'll be reading it either way. HX vehicles have driven more than 20,000 kilometers in the trial so far. Okay, kilometers. So perhaps they, from what I understood, perhaps that would be Europe most likely. So that might be just a training right areas within Europe. Field army units continue to train and experiment with hijacked vehicles and cold weather trials scheduled for the new year. Oh, okay, so they're trialing everything then. I mentioned that very recently, right? I think it was yesterday, where there's a contract for companies who think they can do it. If you think you can do it better, there is a company or a contract, potentially, if not right now, there's going to be a contract for people to bet or organize everything when it comes to manufacturing of ammunition within Estonia. So if you think what I'm saying, if you believe you can do it better, there's potential there, right? So well, it might be very hard thing to do, right? But that's just the part of it, right? How to do it, right? The Ajax program has turned the corner and it's progressing towards the delivery of new generation of armored fighting vehicles that meet the Army's needs against the revised delivery schedule that sets realistic and achievable milestones. Okay, okay. So we had to restructure a little bit of everything that's happening. The Minister of Defense continued to work closely with General Dynamics. Okay, so that's US to deliver the 589 vehicles, of which there are six variants, all based upon common base platform. Okay, okay. So we got a platform, and Sashi, I guess that's another way to describe it, and what they planning of putting perhaps on top of that, but they're still working perhaps on the Sashi, and they're looking to overcome and or improve, right? So perhaps even how you're gonna power that Sashi, right? What you were gonna put the wheels, you wanna put the tracks, what you wanna put on it. So there's a lot of things happen, right? Reliability and growth trials well underway. Alex Apollo Atlas and areas variants have now driven more than 20,000 kilometers throughout different terrains, completing a variety of representative battlefield missions. RGT allows significantly more actively to be completed compared to regular unit training. So okay, so there's different projects there. So Ajax is something that we are looking within this article, but there's another one, right? So we've got Apollo. Okay, so that might be different ways how the potential Sash can use or platform, as well as Atlas and or areas. There's the different names of the projects. So again, perhaps all of those are one, two, three, four different projects. Very hard to do, but there's for people who are interested, there's opportunities there. Since June, units of the field army have been training on the current Ajax variant capability dropped one, focusing on individual and crew training. This training is enabling troops to learn how to operate on armored vehicles and or systems integrated into them. So the systems, right? So on top of that platform, and what kind of but that would be kind of engineering and the way how I would read it. But perhaps there's different ways how to read it. The training will also enable the crew to develop skills, experience, and competence ahead of the delivering of the capability to drop free vehicles and upgrades for the development variant. Capability to drop free vehicle production continues at Martyr Tide. Okay, okay. That sounds a lot like one part of UK, I guess, or United Kingdom, with all production lines operating and all six variants in progress, with delivery of the field army starting in 2024. I would have just taken a look at the map and where that location is. Most likely it was within press release, so it shouldn't be a problem to take a look at that location, right? As well as some of the manufacturing facilities within that area. No one's responding to me. Perhaps everyone's busy with other things. Just my own feedback, I guess. Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a book, right? Impact that it would be a series of books. Within this book, I'm taking a look at livestock enterprise and where to begin, how to start, what many people would need to know, then taking a look at some of those areas and how to progress. That would be milestones, and we were taking a look at financial goals that many people might consider when entering the business and progressing from zero, where many people will begin, and progressing to 10,000 euros, dollars, pounds, and how people can achieve these goals. Within this book, I'm taking a look at livestock enterprise and potentially how you could reduce a lot of your expenses and establishing your own business and or using a lot of examples that people can learn from other experiences, not necessarily having your time or other resources invested in learning that. You can find it in QR code in the corner company's website below. Myself, I'm coming into this from manufacturing, right? And if I had to perhaps take part in any of that, perhaps if I can bring more attention, and that might be a very hard thing to do, right? And then I'm reaching out to some of those facilities within that area. I'm looking for semiconductor manufacturing access. I have done a little bit of scouting that there's a lot of opportunities there based on where talent is located. And I was taking a look at semiconductor manufacturing, something that if I were not necessarily right now in the future looking to access some of those contracts, how I could do it, right? But there's a very hard thing to do to have a response, right? So that's overall my experience, I guess. Soldiers of the household cavalry regime have been putting Ajax through its pace and are feeling confident in Ajax capabilities and what they can achieve in the future. Hear it from the horse mouth in the video below. Okay, okay. So there's some additional information there where we perhaps would be breaking apart and showing something, I guess, for people who are interested in more of engineering. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.